of people kind of starting from scratch, and I love seeing a lot of the investor people coming out there. You know what I mean? It's fun to kind of get into this world of things. It's just, I guess probably the biggest change you'll see if you come from investing into this is you're going to see just, you just got to be a lot more legal. You got to realize you're dealing with people that don't do this day in and day out. And so therefore you just got to really mind your rules as we're going through all this stuff. But today's not really going to be a rules thing. We're going to talk just a little bit about initial marketing. Like, how do we market ourselves? So I know, like, Kevin's pretty new to this. James, I think you just recently got your license. I know Oscar's kind of going into the traditional world. So, like, we're going to talk about this. We're going to record this. This is recording right now. So we're going to get this up and really show everybody, hopefully, a good starting place. Now, marketing is just like anything else. It takes a long time to really kind of get good at it, but there's some simple steps that you can do right out the gate to really help drive your business and get some money in your pocket quickly. Just a little bit about myself, guys. I started life off as a teacher. I taught for 5 years. One of the things that I just really enjoyed it, I taught on the inner west side of San Antonio. I was actually a band director of all things, so my degree is actually music. I left there. I went to go work for Green, Texas, you know, Green Hall, the grist mill, all that stuff. I was the marketing communications coordinator there. I learned a lot about marketing. The downside about that marketing, what I learned there is it was already kind of a really well-established business. Everybody knows about Green Hall. Everybody knows about the grist mill and all that stuff. So it made it, it was pretty easy marketing, and it was really big, broad form marketing. I mean, taking out ads in Texas Monthly, you know, stuff like that. But what I really kind of revolutionized there was their Facebook marketing and all their social media campaigns, because they didn't have one when I started. I actually left there to go work for a company with a friend of mine called Great American, where I worked in sales for the next 10 years and very quickly rose through the ranks. When I finally left there, I was a regional vice president. I managed 30 people across 6 different states. I was an international sales trainer. They would fly me all over the country, Canada, Puerto Rico, to train people how to do things, and especially about sales. So we'll talk a lot more about sales later, but like I said, the purpose of this one was marketing, and it was a great idea, Kevin, to get this thing rolling. We'll do this weekly. We'll change up the styles of marketing. We'll talk more about sales. We'll do, you know, the intricate stuff on the paperwork. But again, today's kind of an intro to marketing. So I'm going to share my screen with you as I go through this. If anybody really needs to see me or talk to me, just go ahead and holler out, because there's enough in here where it'll work. So, here we go. Let's see if I can do that. All right, everybody looking at my Facebook page here?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. All right. So when it comes to marketing, guys, everybody, when they start as a realtor, everybody kind of wants the same thing. And it just doesn't happen. It doesn't matter what brokerage you go to or anything like that. Most people, when they start as a realtor, they want to put on a suit or a nice dress and walk the halls of some big fancy office and sit down, and then they're going to hand you this big stack of leads, and they're like, all right, ready, set, go, start selling houses. Guys, I haven't yet to meet a brokerage where that happens. You have to use your circle of influence to get things started. It's the same thing if you go to work for Edward Jones. It's the same thing for just about anything. And it just doesn't happen that way, because if I had a big stack of leads, guys, I would use my leads. Like, why wouldn't I do it? Why wouldn't I get paid on it? Unless I'm just so busy. But even if I'm so busy, I'm only going to give you a small cut of that. So you're going to want to find your own leads. And I put a video out a little while ago about really how to engage your community. We all know a ton of people, and the best place to start nowadays is typically Facebook. Okay, so if you haven't done this yet, it's really your call if you want to use your Facebook profile versus anything else. So I've got a Facebook profile with a little over 2,000 friends. And as you can see, there's a picture of me dressed as a chicken for Worst Fest. Okay, I'm a little bit silly, a little bit goofy, and not everybody really appreciates that when it comes to dealing with their house. Now, I try to keep I don't have any political anything on my page. I don't have any opinion pieces. I don't like starting stuff. But, you know, mostly it's a lot of comedy. I think things that are funny and you know, just what's happening in my day-to-day life. So you can use your Facebook page to reach out to your people, but I kind of like to keep these things separate, and I'll explain why in just a second. So I do have my own realtor page. So I have Colin at Whiteline, so Whiteline Colin Realtor. And setting up a page, guys, I'm not going to go through that because there's already a video on that, and you can check it out in your training stuff on how to set it up. But what I immediately did, guys, is I invited everybody that I know. So all 2,000 of my friends got an invitation from me. So there's 41 that are not invited. I probably have some new friends even since then. So there's 12 new invitations. I want every friend that I have to be on this page, because this is going to be the page where I market myself as a realtor, guy. And it's completely free to do. So we're going to talk a little bit about some free marketing, and we're going to talk a little bit about paid marketing today, just kind of depending on where you're at. Now, I think personally, the most important thing that you can do, guys, is what we call relationship marketing or content marketing for your people that are out there. As I go around day to day, I don't ask people to buy from me. So I'm going to back this up. And I was talking to Jessica about this the other day, and I know this is a little long-winded, but I do think this is important. At my last job where I rose to the ranks, I was one of the top people in the nation when it came to selling. It was a little bit different. It's what I would consider a soft sale, because I worked in fundraising. What I did is I go around to schools. The best way I can explain it is, you know, the guy that would come to school and say, hey, if you sell 20 tubs of cookie dough, you get to go on the limo ride. That was me. That's what we did. The reason why it was a very soft sale is I wasn't asking for money. And that's kind of the same thing we're doing here. We're not really asking for money. We're helping people solve a problem that they have. So the problem with the schools was they needed money. I'd go to the football team saying, hey, look, you need to buy whatever, new helmets. We would have a fundraiser for the helmets. And the other thing that made it very, very easy, that is not easy in real estate, is I knew exactly where the coaches were. If I needed to talk to the football coach, guess where the football coach is? Between 9 and 5, he's at the high school and he's in the athletic building, right? I just had to get in, go find him, sit down and talk to him. And all I had to do at that point was explain why I'm better than the other guy that came in yesterday. So I knew where he was. Now this market right here, guys, we don't know where our client's going to come from. We don't know where our next client will come from. So it's important that whenever somebody thinks about selling their house, they need to think about us. And the best way to do that is through relationship marketing and content marketing. When I say that, guys, I am not talking about mailing out postcards to every single human being you've ever met and doing that on a consistent basis. I think that's a waste of money personally, but it's not a bad idea once you get a little bit bigger and you have the money to throw at it. It just has a very low rate of return. And I'll show you some ways that I do utilize that. But at the beginning, I want to go with the people that I know. So as you can see, guys, when I created my page, I invited every human being that I could possibly know. And from this point on, I'm going to be doing everything I can to establish myself as the most frequent expert they have ever seen or heard from. Okay? I mean, now, am I an absolute expert in all things real estate? No. I do study it a lot. I do a lot of deals. We work on it day to day. But I want everybody to know what I know, because if they know what I know, then I seem that much smarter. So on this page, guys, by the way, real quick, first thing I do is I do put my IABS because I just don't want to get in trouble. But I try my best to share as much information as I can on this page about the real estate process. People are scared to do real estate. They're scared to make a decision. They're scared to contact anybody, so they'd much rather shop on Zillow. So if you look at this video right here, this is a video I shot about a foundation repair that was going on. It's just whatever I'm doing that day. I'm trying to become the expert. And in this video, I'm talking about, hey guys, I know this looks scary. It's really not that scary. Here's how much it costs. Here's why we're doing it. This is the process. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be about repairs and house building, guys. It can be just about anything. And you want to pump something out as frequently as you can. If you listen to people like Gary Vaynerchuk, he's like, you need to do 60 posts a day or just something insane. And if you follow some of those guys, that's what they do. But I mean, that's hard. You're going to have somebody following you around with a camera. So what are some of the things that I share? What do I do? Guys, here's a video about me warning people of scammers. This one right here is about what's behind the walls in your house. I'm literally sharing. I can't even remember why my kid's here. We were probably showing a house and she was running around like a crazy woman. Mm-hmm. But it's all the things that I do on a daily basis that people might be confused about. So guys, here's what's behind your wall. This is what a GFCI outlet is when it comes up on the inspection, and here's what not a GFCI outlet is. If you don't know what it is, ask the inspector and film it and share that content with people, because then you're going to show that, hey, look, I know what this is. I got the people that know what this is. I'm going to be able to help you, and they're going to be more likely to call you. So some things, write this down if you've got a pen with you, because I took some time to really kind of think about this. If you don't have anything going on, guys, there are a ton of resources that you can share for free that make you seem like an expert. So some of the things that I wrote down were neighborhood information. Hey guys, today, like I live in Bluffview. Hey guys, I just got the Bluffview statistics. And here's what the average house sold for last year. Here's what the house sold this year. And I'm going to post that on my page because a lot of my friends live in the neighborhood, right? So they're going to see that I'm paying attention. And when they go to sell their house, they're going to think, man, Colin knows what's going on in this neighborhood. And it doesn't have to be the neighborhood you live in. I mean, it could be the next neighborhood. Jessica and I do work together on some deals. We just bought a house over in Valley Forge. I'm going to be watching the statistics of that neighborhood very closely, and I'm going to post it. If you're looking to buy a house in Valley Forge, the houses have gone up over the past few years. Guess what? Now I'm an expert. Okay, so neighborhood information is a good one. Market data in general. How is the real estate market going locally in San Antonio, Seguin, New Braunfels, wherever you live? How is it working nationally? What are the trends nationally? Is it a buyer's market right now, or is it a seller's market, right? By the way, the difference is, guys, if prices are low, it's a buyer's market. If you're looking to buy, now's the time. Houses are on sale. If the market's really high right now, it's a seller's market. Hey, if you think your house is appreciated, call me. I'll tell you how much your house is worth. Guys, run a CMA. There's a video in there about that. Go back to them and say, hey, look, man, your house is worth $250,000. You bought it for $150,000. You should sell it and go get you a bigger house, right? Any statistics that you get, absorption rates, average days on market. If you're looking to sell your house, guys, this is how long it's going to take, right? List price versus sale price. I did that one the other day for my neighborhood, and I posted it on Nextdoor, which if you don't know what Nextdoor is, get on that in your community. And I said, hey guys, the average houses in this neighborhood sell in 38 days, I think it was, okay? People really respond to that some reason. Like, oh, wow, so if I list it, I better be ready to go. So, and by the way, all that information, guys, you can get from all of your associations. So you probably are a member of the National Association of Realtors. If you're not, you should be, because they send you emails with the statistics. All I do is I kind of, you know, make it a little bit more palatable for the average person and send it out. If you're a member of TAR, that'll get you all the Texas Association information. And then take your local MLS data as well. If you are a member of a local, which you should be, a local board of realtors, just go down to the office and ask them. Get to know those people. It is so easy. They sit around all day. I know it's a little weird right now during Corona, but you can still call and email, and they'll send you this information. So now you're pumping out content that is relative to your community, to your people that they want to see, and it's helping you look like the expert throughout this entire process, guys. And have fun with it. Have it be your personality. Don't go watch my videos, because like I said, guys, I'm a little bit goofy. I like to have fun, but all of my friends know that I like to have fun, but I also get stuff done. So they like to work with me for that. They also know that I'm an investor. So right now I'm putting in an offer as soon as I get off this call for a house for one of my old fraternity brothers. He called me out of the blue, said, I want to buy a house and I want to use you because I see all your investing videos. I know you know what you're looking for with problematic houses. And that's something that I look at. What's that?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So guys, give out, I guess the basic point of this is give out as much free content about what you do, what you know, what you're learning. Another thing that I think is really funny is I remember when I bought this house that I live in now, which is right when I started investing, and my last house, I could not remember the procedure. I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea that I had to write an option check to the person that is selling the house. I had no idea. When I sold my house, my realtor came up and handed me a $100 check. And I'm like, what do I do with this? And I remember I was personally scared. I'm like, do I spend this? What do I do? It's $100. I mean, who cares? Well, I don't know. She goes, spend it. Go to dinner. I don't care. You know, she had to explain it to me. Guys, everybody that you talk to that has not taken 6 months worth of classes does not know this information. Share it. Go grab your book, read chapter 1, and just talk about it. They don't know. And as you do this, they're going to feel more comfortable. They're going to know you know what's going on. And plus, you stay in front of them. So the other thing that I was talking about earlier is you don't know where your next deal is going to come from. There is no database, there's no anything anywhere that tells you what people are thinking. Man, I'm really looking at houses on Zillow all day right now. You know, and I'm really looking for my next house. You need to be in front of them when they make that decision to pull the trigger. They need to have seen your face 500 times and know that you know what you're talking about. And they're like, you know what, that Colin guy, that's exactly what happened with Zach. I haven't spoken to Zach, my fraternity brother, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years. And I mean, out of the blue, I get a phone call. He goes, hey, I want to go look at some houses. Can you help me out? Absolutely. Okay. That's just came from me constantly posting things. So it's free. This is easy. This is what you should be doing every day and having as much fun as you possibly can. Okay. Yeah, I talked about house buying procedures. Sorry, I'm going through some stuff. Some other fun videos that I've shot that have gotten some really good stuff is if you were looking to represent buyers, that's a different process than representing sellers. So when I represent buyers and I go through things, I shoot videos about that. So one of the first things you need to do if you're looking to buy a house is not go shopping on Zillow. It's fun. That's what everybody does first, but it doesn't mean anything if you can't buy the house. So I told them, hey, look, you need to go see an RMLO. And I went with the RMLO that I work a lot with. Her name is Robin. And I sat down with the camera and I said, Robin, start talking about what you got to do first thing. So I'm borrowing her credibility and her knowledge on my page. And she loves it because she's commission-based. She wants her face out there. And we shared that information. She's like, guys, look. And she told the whole procedure. Look, I got to pull your financial pants down and take a look, man. I got to see your checking account, your bank account, your savings account, your paycheck stubs. And she talked about all of that. So now when my clients go to do this, they're not bucking the tiger. Everybody's scared to share their financial information, but my people already know. All of my friends already know that's step one. She is going to ask for all this information. When I went to a title company, I use a lady in Seguin at 5-Star Title a lot named Maria Leskowski. Her and I have a good time. I ask her all kinds of questions, things that I forget. You know, it's like, hey, what exactly is this on the title search? Or what exactly is this on your title commitment? And I share that information. People may or may not care, but it makes me look like an expert. It lends her some credibility. It lends me credibility. And I'm in my people's face. I want my goal, which very seldomly happens because I just forget as my day goes on, but is to post something unique content every single day. And guys, you can even do just funny stuff as well. You know, I had some jokes about, you know, Corona, tired of looking at your house, whatever, you know, let's do some fun stuff. So guys, this is the big, and by the way, pick your social media device, however you want to do it, wherever you know your people are at. Facebook is still king in my world. I know it's for the old people now, but old people tend to have money to buy houses, okay? Younger people, yeah, you can do Instagram, you can do TikTok, you can do Snap, you can do whatever you want. One of my really good friends is a financial advisor, and he's got this whole TikTok series about, you know, helping kids save for college, you know, and his goal is to help set up 529s, that kind of stuff. So have fun with it. It's free, it makes you the expert, and it keeps you in front of people. So next, guys, I'm going to talk about just a handful of paid things that I do. As I go through these, I don't know if you saw that. Steve Gonzalez commented on my post. This is hilarious because this is a house that I've sold, but it's one of my investment properties. Way to go. This guy lives in my neighborhood. I'm telling you, when he sells his house, he probably lives in a $600,000 house. He's thinking about me. And you just saw that just happened from a post I put this morning of me walking through a house that doesn't have any walls. I'm just having fun, guys. I mean, look, Leanne, I might have asked you this before, but who does your exterior painting? I'm going to tell her. I said, hey, it's my guy over here. I'll send you his phone number. She's thinking about me, okay? Just have fun with it, guys. All right, so the next thing that I do to stay in front of people that may not be on social media all the time is I use AdWords, okay? This is a paid search, but I like the way that it worked. So as you can see, guys, you can target ads by zip code, streaming TV commercials by zip code. Kind of interesting, right? This will literally pop up if they're on Hulu and they're watching 76 episodes of The Office. This will pop up as they do this. They buy those little bitty 15-second snippets. Ads for your sphere. This is the one that I'm running right now. What this does is it follows people around on the internet. Okay. Let me see if I can show you all some examples of it. So you make a little ad, you get your picture, you get your headshot, you can change the colors, you can put your name, you can do all that fun stuff. But and then it asks you, how do you want to do this? So what this does is it follows around the people that you know, okay? The people that you know. I took every email I had in my Gmail account, all of my LinkedIn contacts, whatever it is. There's a ton of ways to do this. And it literally follows them around the internet. So I think I just got, bear with me guys, I'm gonna let you dig through my email. I didn't delete it on purpose. Let me see if I can find it over here. You get an email from them every day that shows you, there it is, I didn't delete it, okay. That shows you where your ad went. So as you can see, ESPN.com, there's Colin. Now, does that mean I am on every ESPN.com? No, but it chases the people's IP address whose emails I send out there. So if I sent like Oscar at whitelinerealty.com, it will follow him around the internet. And if he goes to ESPN, my ad will pop up. So they sell those differently, right? And as you can see in this campaign, there have been 14,000 views of people that know who I am, that I have emailed or on my LinkedIn or in my Facebook, that have shown up at different people. 46 people have gone to my site. We'll talk about sites in just a minute because I do have a Whiteline site. I'd rather people be searching through that Whiteline site, but we'll get to that in a minute. And it's 5 times better than the industry average, okay? They also run ads on Facebook for me to my group of people, and you can follow this day to day. And guys, as much money as you want to spend is what you want to spend. This is actually really powerful because it cracks me up. About once every week or two, I'll have somebody screenshot off their phone and text me and go, dude, how are you doing this? Because I'm on Amazon, weather.com, ESPN. They're blown away that they're following me. Leah Dillingham actually texted me 2 days ago. And she is what is she, like some sort of fancy lawyer, the district attorney for like Karn City. You know, Karn City is a little bitty town out in the middle of nowhere. But I went to college with her. I haven't spoken to her since 2003. She texted me out of the blue going, dude, I see your face everywhere. I love it. They're thinking about me. They know that I do real estate. And when they get ready to do something, they're going to call me. I promise you, she will call me and say, hey, do you sell houses out in Karn City? Giddy up. You know, I'll make the drive. Let's go. Right. I think I'm pretty sure I pay $297 a quarter for that. Okay. Now, a few more things about AdWorks that I do use.
One question, Colin.
What's that?
One question real quick. That money you pay per quarter, does that allow you to use any one of those types of campaigns? Or is that?
That's a good question. So that right there, that is just to follow my people. It's $300 a quarter. So there's other campaigns. So as we go through here, so you build your customized ad. I mean, yeah, you can change the colors. You can put whatever picture you want. I do highly recommend your face because that will stop people if they see your face. Like, what's Colin doing on here, right? You can also, guys, target by zip code. Okay. So if you really want to own 78126 or whatever, you can do that. And they only sell 5 spots for every zip code on the web and 5 spots for mobile and Facebook ads. So if you want to be the only person, you have to buy all 5 of those spots. Otherwise, they're going to rotate you with 5 people. I can't remember exactly how long that is. By the way, whenever you do advertise anything with housing, you have to do a 15-mile radius. It'll be a 15-mile radius around 78155 or whatever. I showed you some of the daily reports that I get. You can also do, let me show you, sorry, this is in my way, my account. This is also really helpful if you're trying to sell a house. You can take the MLS listing and do the exact same thing with the MLS listing. So you can see like this completed, you can add, it charges you per week. I want to say it's like $60 a week, but some of my really fancy houses, guys, I mean, I'm selling this one for $775, right? And I said, hey, I want you to run this ad for 3 weeks. I want it in New Braunfels, Austin. You know, I put a whole bunch of different cities, and it'll show you how many times that ad's been shown. Got my face, got a picture of the house. It's really cool. So it'll tell you how many times people have clicked on it.
Now,
And
what is your take on running this ad? I mean, do you feel like it's been turning into leads and
well, what I do is I have it redirect to my White Line Realty website. And so when they get to clicking around in there, it's going to prompt them to put their email address in. So now I've captured them.
Gotcha.
You got to remember, you can't let any lead go.
Mm-hmm.
So if I've captured them and they don't want to buy this house, I'm going to ask them, hey, what are you looking for? Let me set you up on a search.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm doing everything I can to capture these leads, guys, as best I can. And then you put them in your CRM. If you're not signed up for Chime, I highly recommend it for $50 a month. It'll start just dropping them emails like once a month. So now they're seeing you on ESPN and they get an email from you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you can do that. Another one I was talking to Oscar about the other day is 3-click postcards. This one I use more for
Hey, Colin.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta go. Just FYI. I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks.
Okay.
Nice meeting everybody.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
So this one I use for actual houses. So this one out here at the Flying L, and there's all kinds of different postcards. If you really want to sell a house in a particular neighborhood, you can say, I have a buyer that's looking to buy in this neighborhood, and you can blanket a neighborhood. What I did with this is for like Flying L, I don't know if it'll let me show you. I sent out a just listed postcard because Flying L is out in Bandera, Texas. I don't have a lot of influence out in Bandera, so I tried something different. You can put just sold. That's to tell everybody, look, Colin sells houses at the Flying L. This is a little golf course community out there. Price reduced, open houses. You can also do ones if you really want to mail out just a blanket one saying, hey, look, Colin's a realtor. Let me know if you want to sell your house. You can do that. There's a ton of postcard services out there, guys. Postcard Mania, Yellow Letters Complete, I mean, whatever. And you can say, hey, man, I just want to blanket Seguin, Texas, and let everybody know I'm a realtor. Great. Like, I don't think the ROI is really worth it if you're just starting out, but if you're really looking to branch out or if you really want to get houses in a certain neighborhood. So my neighborhood, about once a month, I get a postcard from, it's Phyllis Browning's the broker. But it's what is her name? I can't think of it, but she sends me like, oh, here's the Spurs schedule. Here's this schedule, so this is a great way to kind of market houses, market yourself. Again, postcards, direct mail is a different one. This one, guys, I got to get everybody set up on this, and I'm going to be putting a post, so pay attention about this. This is Listing Booster. This is fantastic for marketing houses that you have. So if you've got a house, this is completely free. This is paid for by my RMLO, Robin. We can get you set up, and they'll do all the training for you on it. They'll even help you. But this is fantastic because they create your own website for the property that you can push it through Craigslist. You can print out flyers. You can Zillow boost down. I mean, there's a million things. If you want Instagram photos, factoids, like the flyers and brochures are really cool. This is what I use. Come on. This is what I use for like my open house, the big flyers, and it's completely free, guys. Unless you want to do some other stuff. So I can do like the nearby schools reports. Let me see if I can get if you want to do an open house, nearby places to eat, I want to see if I can get you to you can also use this to share your listing. I want to print out, where's my, yeah. There we go. So once you have this, guys, you can download, these cool flyers. And the cool thing about Listing Booster, guys, is it obviously integrates with Facebook and all that. You saw that a minute ago. It is co-branded with her. So if somebody wants to buy, that's why she pays for all this. But it creates these really cool flyers that are low cost, that if you need to put them in the boxes, whatever it is, and there's 100 variations of flyers you can do. The other cool thing is a lot of people are texting nowadays, and they don't want to really talk to anybody. So you can have rider signs made, which are the skinnier signs for your for sale, that say text that number to this, and we'll send you all the information, how much it is, how many rooms, And I have a house for sale on a golf course, and I put one of those facing the golf course. And as soon as they text, I get their phone number saying, hey, this guy's looking at your house right now. And I'll call him. Hey, man, you got any questions? What's going on? Now I've got his cell phone number. I can call him, text him, whatever it is. Hey, do you need to find a search? Do you like this one? Do you want to go look at it? I can come by in 30 minutes, whatever. This is cool. I need to get everybody signed up for this, and I will here in just a minute. But great free marketing. And again, it does utilize that social media channel. So if I wanted to, I could just say, hey, man, put this thing over on Facebook for me. Pops it right in here. The minute somebody clicks on this, it's going to gather their Facebook information, which has their email. And now I got them again. Everybody tracking with me on that?
Yep.
I catch this as best. The other cool thing about Listing Booster is they do also, if I can find it right now, they have a CRM in there if you want to use it. I don't think it's quite as powerful. This one will connect. I don't think it's quite as powerful. You can get Lion Desk for free. That's not quite as powerful as Chime. But you can also send people your mobile tour, manage your text codes. They also do the online streaming advertising too. I can't remember where exactly that is, but we can go through some training on that later. So that's pretty cool. Last but not least, guys, is you can pay for leads after the fact. This is a great way to get started. Again, if you like, I just moved here. I don't know anybody. I can't do Facebook because my family's from California. This isn't going to help me, right? Something like OpCity, and there's a bunch of different places. OpCity is what I use, where you can get random leads. These people pay a ton of money to capture people off of like Zillow and Realtor.com and all of that good stuff. They pay a ton of money. And what they do is there's an app for your phone, and all of a sudden your phone will beep, and hey, somebody's looking for a house in Pflugerville. Obviously, I have mine set up for San Antonio. You say claim, and within about 2 minutes, you will get a phone call from them saying, hi, this is so-and-so. I've got Johnny on the phone, and Johnny wants to buy a house in Pflugerville. Can you help him out? Absolutely. Then they patch us together, and I got Johnny on the phone. Johnny, I saw you looking at this house. Do you want to go take a look at it? Let's get together. I can't stress enough how important it is to actually meet the person. Don't try and just text them, phone call, and email. Try and get in front of them, because I can't remember the statistics, but it's really high. Like 80% of people that don't know an agent will use the first agent that they meet face to face. So this is cool. It's completely free to start with. It's completely free to start with. But should you close that transaction, I think if it's over $150,000, they will ask for 35% of your commission. So you basically went from making 3% down to 2%. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. But I've sold a bunch of houses on that. It's really, if I go in here on agent, I wouldn't say a bunch, maybe 5 or 6, something like that. Yeah, see, they're with Realtor.com. So like this one right here, I just closed. This is another one that this lady was looking at a house. But I mean, here's the houses that I have closed. I've closed 5 of them through them. This guy bought some land. This about got this. They're slowly getting bigger. The one I just sold right here was a $237,000 new build house. I made $6,000 on it. I had to cut him a check for 2, but it came to me free. And I didn't know this lady from Adam. She's from El Paso, relocating into San Antonio, but I helped her. Okay. So this is a great one, guys. If you want this, email me and I'll set you up on it. Oscar, I know I told you I'd do it. I'm sorry. It's really not hard to set up on it. Guys, when you do get the email from this, please tell them that you are experienced. I know that's probably a little, just let them know that you're experienced, because you'll get more leads. Say, hey, yeah, I've sold 5 houses. I've sold 10 houses. But we need to get everybody set up in here. Just remember, guys, if you sell a house through this, you need to follow the rules, cut them a check, because they will come after you, right? I mean, they pay a lot of money to be the king. So you can see right here, guys, this is the area that I told them I service. I need to get Seguin in there. I can't remember why it's not in there. But I've closed $600,000 worth of real estate on these guys. And this just lets me know who all's keeping up with stuff. So shoot me an email with that, and I can get you set up on that. Again, it's free till the end. So that's kind of what I had today. I'm trying to get over here. Oh, by the way, I did write down here video, guys. Use video as much as you can. Even if you didn't do your makeup, I know we got all guys here. Try and shoot videos of what's going on. Video is king right now when it comes to content marketing. If you have the time, you can put subtitles on it so people can read it in case you're not doing it. But that's what it is. Another big thing I'm pushing out right now is how much is your home worth? People that might be considering selling. Hey, if you want to know how much your home is worth, give me a call. You run a CMA, it takes you 20 minutes. You may or may not hook somebody on that. So that's all I've got for today, man. It was right about 30, 35 minutes. That's what I was shooting for. Has anybody got any questions they want to go over anything I talked about?
On your CMAs that you're running, are you running them through the MLS, or are you doing that through Chime?
I run them through the MLS. So the reason why I run them through the MLS is because, actually, I think I've got somewhere. Yeah. So the reason why I like them is because it's got my picture on it. It's branded well. It looks very professional. This one I kind of half-assed. So like there'll be pictures of the subject property if you do that. If you don't have pictures, pull them off Google Maps, right? It just looks a little bit more professional, and I like that there's a hard copy printout. If I know where they live, I'll send it to them. Just so I'll email it to them first, and then I'll mail them a hard copy, right? Just staying in front of them. 50 cents, it's worth it to me, right? Yeah. And again, it kind of, with this detailed analysis, okay, so your house is worth $193.9, right? Whatever it is. I just like the way these come out. I think it's branded well. I think I've only done one through Chime, but if I got to be honest with you, I usually do most of my on the fly CMAs on a website called Propelio, but that's charged and it's expensive. So a little bit different. Okay. Any other questions?
I got a question about AdWorks.
Yeah.
Do you have to have your sphere of influence? You have to have all their emails?
Mm-hmm. You do. You got to input them.
Okay, you got to input. All right.
Yeah, you do have to input them. It's really not too hard depending on who your email service provider is. Like I use Gmail. If you have an White Line Realty website, that's a Gmail, right? You can go in there and say, export all my contacts. And that's all I did. I just exported everything. I went through, deleted ones I knew were old. It took me a while, but, and then they also give you sorry, let's see if I can find it. They also give you a quick ad, which is kind of funny. So if you're on the fly and somebody gives you a business card or something, you can just email this very specific email address. It's like custom made for you, and just put in their email address and it just immediately adds it. So like this happens to be sitting on my desk. This is a card from a broker. I wouldn't do this, but if I met a guy playing golf or something, right? And we're talking about it and he handed me a card, when I get back in the golf cart, boop, 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 boom. And now all of a sudden he's going to start seeing my face everywhere. It's that creepy thing. You know how it is whenever you say something to your house and like, man, I want a porch swing. And all of a sudden everywhere you go, there's porch swing. I do the same thing to people, but with this beautiful face. It's going to be showing up everywhere. I'm going to follow you, right? And then I also take the time to upload. Guys, you need in order for the free marketing to work, and even the paid marketing, you need the biggest sphere of influence possible. Because I also get referrals from people that I know that somebody else is looking for the house, right? My cousin was looking, I told him he had to call you, because they know me, they trust me, and they see me as an expert in my field. Yeah. The only way to be an expert in your field, guys, is to share people that information. So the last thing that I'm doing right now, which it's a little crazy, but it's something I've wanted to do for a while. So you have to become a community member as well. Okay. And when I say that, you need to be active in your community. People need to see you doing something other than real estate. Okay. So I sit on my HOA board. That's how I know all these people in the thing. It sucks. It's a pain. I have to go to meetings about this cat got out and ate my petunias. I got to deal with that crap. It's dumb, but it's 4 meetings a year. But the other thing is every time we have a community meeting, I have to be there and they give me a microphone. Now I don't get up there and start going, I'm the greatest I just talk about whatever the topic is, but I'm in front of people. If you're if you're at a church, be active in your church, join some committee, you know, be whatever you can do. If you, like James, he coaches basketball. That's great. Just be an active member of your community. So the thing that I'm doing right now, guys, which I've never done this before, it may or may not work, but I don't really care. It should help. But my birthday's coming up in about a week, right? A little over a week. And so starting on Monday, I'm going to do one of those Facebook birthday things. Y'all seen that where you try to raise money for your birthday? Y'all seen that? I'm sure everybody's seen it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that, but I have a little girl in this neighborhood that I've known since birth. Her name is Louise. Louise has got a protein, I can't remember what it's called. Somebody's going to have to tell me. But she's got some sort of deficiency where she cannot process proteins correctly. And it's in her brain, so her brain can't process it. Because of that, she's pretty severely disabled. Sweetest kid in the world. She's all smiles. I love her. She's just an absolute sweetheart. But when we go down to play at the park, I call her dad and she comes out and play. She doesn't walk very well without a walker now. She's nonverbal, but she's a happy kid and she likes being involved in it. And last year, they had a really hard time finding the right school for her, the right education. You know what I mean? It's really hard. They took her to a bunch of schools and a lot of them just said, hey, look, we don't have the facilities to help her. Well, there was a school called Brighton Academy. And it was really funny that they went to Brighton Academy because my wife works with one of the board members from there. And I've met him multiple times. I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. I know about Brighton. Now, my kids, I mean, God bless her, healthy and happy. You know, I don't need to go to a school like Brighton, but she does. And it was kind of weird how that whole thing came together. So what I'm doing is I'm going to shoot a video this Sunday with Luis and with Ramon, who's my friend who's on the board there. And I'm going to shoot a video saying, hey, look, I'm trying to raise $2,500 for Brighton Academy for Luis. She's my friend. She's an awesome kid. She really, like, you've never seen a happier kid. She's just all smiles. And I said, and at the end of the video, I'm going to say, I'm going to match everything personally up to $2,500. So if y'all can all give $1 a piece, I got 2,000 friends. I'll write a check for $2,500 and we can put $5,000 towards the school that's helped out one of my friends.
That's awesome.
It's a way to be active in your community. It's a way to do what's right. And it's going to get me in front of people, guys. I mean, am I doing it solely for marketing? No. Is it going to help my marketing? I don't think so. You know, people are going to see that I'm an active member in my community. I'm helping out San Antonio residents every way that I can. And I'm probably going to get some more followers because of that. I'm probably going to get, you know, some outreach. People are going to talk to me. People are going to be thinking about me and thinking about Lou, you know, because she's got a long road ahead of her and her parents are awesome. They're super cool. And it's time to, you know, you got to do some tithing, right, guys? You know, and I like to mix it up. That's just kind of the way I go. I kind of donate to a bunch of different things. So again, be active in your community, have some fun with it. So awesome. Any other questions?
Good to go.
Good to go. Got you something to do for about a week?
Yeah.
Basically.
Let me get you a week. I don't know what we're going to talk about next week. Maybe marketing 2.0. We'll go a little bit deeper on it, but
yeah,
that's a good place for everybody to start. Should get you going. And I can't stress this enough, guys. Have fun with it. If you go watch some of my videos, okay? You know, I met James through Stop Flipping, which we teach people how to do owner finance stuff. That's also how I met Oscar, right? Mm-hmm. My videos about owner financing, man, they're silly. If you go to stopflipping.com, I mean, you'll see what I'm talking about. I just have fun with it. You know, if you see a video that I shoot, guys, copy it. Who cares, right? Who cares? You're with White Line Realty, right? My boy Colin was talking about this, and you know what? I wanted to look at what he was talking about, and this is my RMLO, and here's some additional thoughts she has, right? I mean, link back and forth. I mean, let's all do this together. I think y'all saw on my Facebook page the other day, I thought it was hilarious because, you know, Hillary and Marco, who are with White Line, they are fantastic at giving away free content. They are just absolutely fantastic at it. They've done it for years. And I steal their stuff. It's great. So right here, Home Sweet San Antonio is Hillary's team. And Jessica was on here a minute ago, and she joined their team, right? And so she put it up here, and she's like, man, Jessica, you know, her success in negotiating, blah, blah, right? It was great. I just turned around and showed it, okay? Our team's growing stronger every day. I stole her content, 100%. I added to it a little bit, made it happy, and, you know, and it created some funny stuff. I mean, she looks like the lady from John Connor movie, right? it was just a silly buddy of mine. I was like, I think she could take a Terminator. Boom. Jessica came right back out. You'd be correct. Like, it's creating, and you know as well as I do, guys, the more likes and the more comments, the more this raises in everybody's feet. And people are going to see you. So I highly recommend having fun with it. Stay professional. If you don't know what you should or shouldn't say, don't say it. If you have a slight question about it, don't say it. Or call me and say, hey, Colin, am I saying this the right way? Right? Email me. We'll get through it. Go reference your books. That's what I do a lot of times, guys. When I shoot these training videos, I pull out my books from classes. I reread everything, make sure I'm on the right page, make sure what I'm saying is correct, and then I have fun with it.
Yeah.
So kind of all over the place there, but there you go, guys. Thanks
Cool.
for coming.
Appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all coming out. Hopefully with some good info. And
We'll be on the lookout for the next one.
Yeah. Y'all want to do this every Wednesday at 10?
Yeah, that's fine.
We're digging on that. We'll see if we can get some more people. I might change the time because I know Hillary's team has a meeting every day at 10 or every Wednesday. What's that?
Oh, I'm talking to my wife. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. So yeah, we'll definitely reach around there. So, all right, guys, we'll go get it.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, hey,
Have a good one.
email me what email address you want for Op City, guys, and I'll get you turned on to that. They're going to send you all the rules. Please read them because you're going to owe money. All right.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right. Be good.
Later, fellas.
Later.